Alright, might start off today's vlog with a bang. We need $26,000. Now that that's out of the way, today Mrs. Jazza and I have been preparing a fundraiser that we've been planning for a long time. And we've also been budgeting and figuring out what we have and what we can afford to put towards it. So as we've alluded to for a long period of time, we need space and we want to be able to do more ambitious content, things like mixed reality, bigger challenges and traditional things with canvases and then white screen stuff for loads of different things. To do that, we either need to rent a place, which costs $20,000 to $25,000 a year, which is a waste of money, or renovate our
garden shed.
We have built
Alright,
this
there are two options.
There are two options, but renovating the garden shed, believe it or not, is the good option. It just has a lot of work to be done to be safe, weatherproof, fireproof. And we think there's a lot of potential there, and I think it's a great way for us to expand, but yeah. So one of the ways we're gonna try and get this to be doable. Fortunately, sponsors have come around during December, and as you'll find out, which we could probably share with you today, we're doing a sponsored video this coming week with Disney and Adobe, which is awesome because it means that the costs we have to cover, like the mixed reality equipment, like the fittings and furnishings and all that stuff, which end up coming to
the toilet.
How much does it sort of come to for what we're trying?
18,000 and something.
Yeah. So we've saved up, and fortunately we didn't have to pay for the termite stuff or the gate and things like that, so the money that we've saved up we can actually put towards this, but rather than take big chunk to add on to our mortgage, we're hoping we can get some community backing behind us for people who want some cool perks and want to sort of get involved and contribute. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is selling my original artwork. And I've never done this before. You guys know
how are you feeling about it?
Weird.
Okay, can I ask you, are you feeling weird because you think that no one would want to buy your art? Or are you feeling weird because this is stuff that means a lot to you that you'll be sad to lose? Well,
both of those things. I've collected every piece of art that's been valuable to me since I was 11. It's all in a filing cabinet, right? So this is all stuff that I've carefully made and loved and shared with you all on the channel that I mean, look, I keep them in these folders that I really love, you know, I like take them to events and things like that. I've never sold them, but...
Do you remember this one? I love this one.
This is the giant free market challenge. This is like my 4th most popular video now.
I love this.
These are all going to cost the same amount.
Jazza doesn't reckon that people will want to buy this one. I reckon this one will be the most popular one.
You reckon?
Well, I don't know anything, admittedly.
I reckon this one will be the most popular one. That one had a big reception last week. Anyways, I'm sentimental about it and I'm very possessive and protective, but it's so important to me to push this where I can.
It'd be sad to lose the originals of the tile teller.
And do you know what? It would be sad to sell one of them separate to the others.
Yeah.
I actually almost wondered if this would be one item. You don't reckon?
Oh yeah, because who's
like, you don't want to just buy that or that, and you know what I mean? They're sort of a family. So it'll go soon, but I think they should stay together, to be honest. And I think it'll matter to whoever gets it.
I want to keep him.
I know.
I'm arguing with Jazza because I don't think we should sell these.
I'm arguing back because as much as I feel the same way, it's got to matter to people. And this matters to us, obviously, because we sort of...
But it matters to MJ. These are the originals. When did you make these? Like when you were designing the characters?
Yeah, they were my final character designs.
Oh, Joss, you can't.
Why not? I have to. This is Jazza's crying. Oh. You okay? We can stop this if you want.
Well, if my dad had made something that important to me, it would mean a lot to me to have them.
Alright. For MJ and posterity, we'll keep these because Telltale is very special to MJ. So those are off the table.
Jazza kept saying, I feel like that about all of these. But the thing is, and I said that to him, we feel like that about this art.
See, this is like...
I know you love that. But MJ, so I'm not putting that up.
MJ doesn't love this, but this is like one of my favourite videos that I've done. Like, I don't know, I've always loved that one.
Alright, we'll show some of the other ones. You guys put in the comments what you think we should do with the telltale
I'll
art.
put together a pile. So,
at least I wasn't crying on camera. At least I'm still hiding behind the camera crying like a fool. Alright, let's see what we've got.
I didn't make a video out of that. Does that matter?
I don't know.
I'd still include it, I guess. Oh, this feels weird.
We need a number. We need a number to put in the campaign. So one big orc one. I love this one. I reckon someone should buy this one. Let's keep it. It looks awesome. I think it does.
Rocket raccoon.
So, hold on. So 1, 2...
These aren't the actual numbers. I'll do a proper thing later.
3... No, this is the actual number. 4... Why are we doing a proper thing later?
You're putting them in
5...
backwards. You're counting and then you're reversing them.
What?
Yeah, just flip them.
Oh no, you've ruined my counting. This is how we work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to show people at the same time. 7, 8, 9. Who's that?
Midna from Zelda.
10. You guys probably all know as well. I'm just hopeless.
Okay.
11.
Next one's very renowned in Jazza history.
Oh my god. 12.
This one has a reputation.
This is a total proving that Jazza isn't entirely family friendly. 13. That looks like my sister-in-law.
It does a bit.
14. 15. 16.
Right.
Turning the camera. 17.
I don't want to include these because they're crap. That's Man, Bear, Pig, and that's Batman. I feel like anyone who gets left with these out of that is going to be severely disappointed. So I'm just going to put these to the side. But I'll include the clown because why not?
He's pretty cool, actually. Hold on, what was I up to?
That's why counting's useless.
Up to 18. I'll just keep counting from 18. So
Yeah.
19. If I was wrong, I'll look back on the video. You idiot.
Yeah.
20. There's lots of dragons for dragon fans. 21.
That's another popular one.
20. That's a popular
That's one of
is
the
it?
most copied pieces that people tweet me.
22. Was that 22?
Just keep going.
3. I'll count them again later. I'm sure there's more showing everyone. Oh, that's the eye dragon. Someone actually emailed about that the other day. People have emailed about original art, and we don't really. We've never sent any. Because why? Because you like to keep it all.
Yeah, because I'm a hoarder, and it's because I've never had a price that I've been comfortable with, but now to me the price is this studio. This really matters to us.
Are you selling Bob Ross? What? Has Bob Ross been taken out of the equation?
He has, because
Look at him.
it feels
Look at that face.
because it's not the best picture I've done, and again,
Email if you would buy Bob Ross and how much you would pay for him. Message. Oh, sorry. What am I saying? Email. Put it in the comments and be honest about how much you would pay for him, and I'll see if he'll go in. If you would pay 3 cents for him, we probably won't put it in because we've got to cover postage. Okay.
Darth Jar Jar. Were you counting still?
No, I gave up because I got. Oh, that's a nice one. Have you signed all of these?
Most of them. I'll go through and sign.
You have to
any
make
I
sure you
haven't.
sign them.
Some of them. Yeah, that's a good one.
Are you you're going to put that in, but you're not going to put Bob
Alright.
Ross in.
No, that won't go.
What? All right, you guys have to have input on what he should put in here because I can't control him. Oh, that's the colour challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a 3-marker challenge. Ultimate 3-marker challenge. Should I sell that as is? Should I put that in?
I like it. It's a girlier one.
It was the collab I did with Bailey, but it's not coloured.
Oh, I think it's nice. I'd buy it.
But the problem is I'm planning on doing sort of a colouring book thing, and that'll be one of the pieces. So then I might just feel like everyone else has the same thing. Even though it's the original.
But that's different because, like, okay, everyone has Van Gogh's sunflowers on greeting cards. You know, that doesn't mean everyone has one.
Fair enough. This is one of my favourites. I think this will be one of the in-demand ones.
Not that I just compared him to it. He's got both ears.
It's okay.
There. That's an in-demand. What's that one?
I think that'll be a quick one to go. Spider-Man.
People will like that one, I think.
Yeah. I feel like if people back and they're not first on the list, they'll still feel like there's some really cool options.
Cool options to have, yeah.
And I don't expect to sell all of them.
I think I'm showing nothing half the time on this video. Oh, I think people like this one, don't they? I never write about what I think people like on the channel, though. You know, why am I...
Why are you just filming this? What are you doing?
I think people will like this one.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Sorry.
You're terrible.
Oh, I'm a laugh a minute and a cry a minute. I'm like my own reality TV show. I like that one. That would be good for if you have a beach house, for example.
It's got some nice green.
It's got a sea theme. It's got a blue thunder. This one would be good for if you have a volcano house. This is very hard for Jazza on so many fronts. One is that these... what the hell is this?
You not seen that one?
No!
It was my Valentine's Day one.
What? This is like you as a child, isn't it?
Yeah.
What the hell is it?
You were saying this is hard for Jazza.
One is that he's carefully kept all of his... Oh, we've done these. He's carefully kept all of his sketchbooks. But another is that he hates... He feels sort of funny about asking for money for things.
Yeah. I've been so on and off about this fundraising thing just because of by virtue of feeling guilty. Like... And I feel like the rewards have to be substantial. That's why I'm doing this and not prints, for example, because I want it to matter for the same reason that the products I sell on my shop or the shirts or whatever, like I really want it to feel like people are getting something valuable. Okay, so here's how we're doing the artwork buying thing. We have two tiers for the artwork buying. One is the buy an original Jazza artwork thing, and it's first come, first served. And if 40 people get it and you're number 26, you get 26 dib, and you'll see them go as they pick at the end of the campaign. The next tier up will be a first pick, where at any point in the campaign, whoever gets that, we'll contact them and say which is your pick, and we'll black that out of the pick so that, yeah.
Please bear in mind, if any of you guys are surprised by the price of these, or anybody else is, that firstly we have to cover postage to everywhere. But secondly, there's only one of them, and he doesn't want to give it. He doesn't want to sell them.
The current price we're thinking about is tier 1, which is first come, first served, is $300. That is essentially all of these will go in a group, and if you're...
So I'm focusing on them. What?
Are you filming my crotch? Stop. So
my camera work.
Obviously, we won't sell all of them, but if we put all of these,
part of the money is for a new wife who's a better camera filmer.
Might be for a camera person. No. And then the tier up would be, we're thinking $550, where you get A, first dibs, and you can pick it straight away, and then B, one of the other...
Well, you don't get first dibs if you're the second person to buy that.
You get before the mass group of the $300.
So we'll go through the VIP section first.
And immediately. You can contact backers during an Indiegogo campaign. So we'd contact category 1 throughout the campaign, category 2 all at the end.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So that's the big one. That's the one we're hoping. We're hoping enough people feel special about one or two of these pieces that they're willing to put in that to help contribute to help make the Studio 2 possible. The other reward we're hoping people will get excited about is our wall of honor. So in the studio we're going to build in the garden shed, we're going to have a big special wall that will paint a nice charcoal and have big white text saying wall of honor or something. So there's 2 tier of wall of honor support. The lower tier, which we think for like $50, you'll get a wall of honor place, which is a separate reward you can buy on its own. And then the bigger wall of honor placement, which is just like bigger text and more close to the middle, where it says wall of honor, will be 150 or something. And then these rewards, the original art, if you're in the lower tier, the $300, you get a small place in the wall of honor, and if you're in the upper tier, you get a bigger place on the wall of honor as well. And then there's some other rewards we're thinking of doing, like a custom video. So if you always wanted to do a collab, or if you wanted to have a challenge for me and see me do something specific.
Jazza's really stopped doing freelance too. So if you've always wanted
an ambitious painting of your D&D character, something like that, that would probably be the way to do it. And it would end up being a video on my channel.
He's not probably going to do freelance for a long time either, I wouldn't think. So
no. So yeah. So that's the
idea. And we'll send that out afterwards if he does like a picture. We'll be posting that to the dedicated video person. And then there's another one which is 30 minutes with Jazza. He does not know what to charge for that.
No.
Like a one-on-one session.
This is where I feel guilty for charging.
Lesson, chat, advice.
What do we charge? Do we charge more than original art? More than... It feels weird for a 30-minute thing to charge more than $550.
Please do bear in mind that we're trying to fundraise. So we're not... and we have to charge what would cover our cost.
And then more.
And then actually have some money from it. So
because time, as you know, if you watch this vlog, is my most valuable resource, which I struggle with and never have enough of.
So maybe you guys will give us an idea of whether this is going to work or not. Anyway, have we been through it?
I think we've been through it.
We'll let you know when we release the campaign. We're still typing it all up and trying to make all these decisions. But we'll be, both of us, scouring the comments here to get your thoughts on. Basically, the number that we're asking for is $26,000 US, isn't it? Is that right? Yes.
We can show our budget.
That's for...
Let's bring out the budget. I think
that's for the building repairs, because although our garden shed is standing...
Okay. So it's actually 31,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah, this is in Australian dollars though, so it doesn't really help. So we have floods. Oh, it's blurring.
I'll hold the camera. All right.
And a new one.
So everything below here is our stuff. We're paying for all that stuff, and you'll notice that there's some expensive costs in there. But basically what we're fundraising for is for repairs and repurposing. So making it weatherproof, increasing the space and storage, repairing the wood, redoing the roof and the gutters, all of that stuff.
Let's go out and show people what it looks like now.
That's probably a good idea. This is the garden shed. One of the things that needs to happen is these dodgy wires need to go under the ground so that they're not subject to...
Apparently they're like a huge fire hazard.
Yep, so that's going to happen.
That's a good start.
The gutters, and I can't quite reach to show the top of the roof, but
go around the other side. That's the best. Firstly, there's actually just no drain pipe at all there.
No, so the water just floods into the shed. This is the worst. So this is the back gutter.
Look at that gutter.
Can you sort of see the roof?
That's a special gutter.
So the roof needs to be replaced. The cladding is sort of coming off. Yeah. There's holes in the roof. Let's go inside. Hang on. Okay, so this is the inside of the shed. As you can see, there's some holes in the roof. This is the wall that divides where the current little studio is. So this is the VR room. And it is in the garden shed. And I did this myself. And it took a lot of work, but I'm not a builder. And this shed is not fit for use in the way that I use it.
Remember, this became a swimming pool at one point. So all the concrete...
My efforts to waterproof meant that when it rained a lot, the water came up through the plaster and sat in here like a basin and didn't go out because I waterproofed it. So we had to bucket it out on a few occasions. So
It's mainly because the concrete on the back of the shed runs straight into the shed.
And
it
has to be-
slopes, so
yeah.
it actually runs into the shed. So that all has to be dug up. Drains have to be put in it, and it has to be re-put down with some sort of divot, or I don't know what they call it, with a dip, which is to stop.
So what our plan is aside from fixing up the really important stuff to make it fireproof and waterproof, and not fireproof, but safe and weatherproof, we want to move this wall over to here. So we want to move it here. So from here onwards will be the studio, and it'll be about 5 meters by 3 meters, and that'll be the door. And it means that I will have space to do more stuff, which will be awesome. So obviously there's a lot of junk that we're going to be getting rid of, just random stuff that we've been using this as a random storage thing for, that I have to crawl through every time I use the VR studio, which I need to lock and shut up. Anyway, so I thought we'd show you around. So that basically covers the concept, what we're trying to do and trying to raise, and what we're trying to give away for it. So interested in your feedback. We will be very carefully looking at what your thoughts are, and if specifically if you honestly believe, based on some of the perks we've said and the prices we've said attached to those, that you would commit to backing it, please let us know, because that would help us and give us an idea as to if things are looking realistic or not. You know, I'm self-conscious about this whole thing and have been from the beginning, to be honest, because I like to give more than I like to ask, and you know, but this is really important to me and to us, and I hope to you as well, because I hope that through the journey of doing this vlog for almost a year, you guys know that we work really hard to make all of this fun and all of this, you know, exciting for you guys, and to be connected to you guys, and I feel like this is the next big step, and that's why I'm willing to you know, part with the things I'm attached to, and hopefully that means enough to enough of you, and as well as the upgrade in content in general, that some of you would be willing to back us. But that's what we're doing today. There's not much more to go into on that, because we're going to spend the rest of the day crunching numbers and writing up stuff for it. I'll just wrap up with a quick question of the day. Andy says, when MJ gets older, do you plan to expose him to art and animation? Maybe grow up to be like you. As far as exposing him, I don't think I could possibly hide it from him. So I think he'll definitely have plenty of exposure to art and animation. But Mrs. Jazza and I have the same philosophy when it comes to parenting, and that is everyone's unique. And if he ends up wanting to be a footballer, or God forbid a race car driver, or something that like I would terrify me and I don't relate to personally, as a parent, my ambition would be to help him follow that through and be informed and educated, and then have an avenue to chase his dreams. And I'm looking forward to finding out what those dreams are. If his dreams entail art and animation, I'll feel great, purely because I know I'll have a position to help him more than I can with, let's say, if he wanted to be a dancer or a mathematician. But you know, I will be happy with whatever path he chooses, as long as it doesn't hurt people and he's working hard and it makes him happy. So thanks for watching, guys, and stream tomorrow, and tomorrow's a big one, because as I mentioned or alluded to earlier, I'm doing this thing with Disney and with Adobe, so there will be a video going up just around the time of the stream, and I'll be streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so keep your eyes peeled. It'll be out around about the time this vlog comes out, and it'll be good fun. We'll be emojifying some Disney characters. I'll see you then.